Ethan was really the ideal choir teacher to work with. The way that he approaches his students is musically serious, but you're going to engage teenagers by creating space for play.
Hand signs help kinestheticize is what you're working on. So you get in your body. 1, 2.
This project was certainly less about what I wanted to hear and more about what the kids would want to engage with. They have this beautiful set of like tone bars. It was like right before our last show, and it got them really excited about the song in a different way. That was one of those moments where you see this like, oh, and then, like the enjoyment of it grows in a way that I was hoping for.
Luke is absolutely the ideal composer. He's not only an amazing musician and really interesting and creative and thoughtful, he's very sensitive to the needs of the students. That goes a long way towards helping them connect with the music.
The work I made, I would not have made otherwise. It put me in a situation that asked a lot more from me, and it put me in touch with a larger community.
Music from independent musicians like yourself?
We got to take a look into like the actual logistics of the business of music.
We were able to bring in top-tier professionals from the community working in booking, in PR, in graphic design, to shine a light on career fields that students might not know exist, and engage the students in an activity that led up to the concerts.
It was really smart that it was woven into the creation of the music and the show, and now like the album itself, so they felt, invested, and will walk away with a sense for all the parts that add up to something like this.
It gave me a lot of insight into how everything works, what I would be in for if I ended up going into music.
We spend every day singing, and unless we're doing a project like this, do we get to actually like learn what it's going to be like if we choose to pursue a field in music.
Young audiences has been fantastic. There's just so many tiny little logistics that go into planning a show, and they've done so many of them, for everything from ordering the pizza to getting the buses.
Young audiences was so validating. That was a big reason why this community welcomed me in. It was like they were the bridge that allowed this to work as smoothly as it did.
There's so much involved with choir, and it's like, for one, it's a very safe and like loving environment, and on top of the fact that like, hey, if you're here, you love singing. You make connections with people that you never would have before, and it's because you're able to essentially join voices and become one central sound.
People just started dancing out of nowhere, and you look over and you're like, oh my god, I have to start dancing too!
I feel like it forced me to make music for everyone, for young and old. And I think that's what was so beautiful to see at the shows. The reception was very satisfying.
It was so much fun, and it went so much like better than expected. It like really high energy. His music's really fun, and it's so it blends so well.
Everyone was so zoned in and very like concentrated, but also having like a lot of fun. I think that's the real first time that everyone really has connected while singing like on a stage.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life after high school. After getting more into this and working with AU and learning how to set up performances, that was when I decided that I wanted to go into music, and that was what I wanted to do with the rest of my life.
This has been the most professionally satisfying thing that I've ever done with my life. It's been such a wonderful, wonderful experience for me, from all of my students, in a way that really touches them musically, where they come from.
This whole process has been really cool, and I really liked it, and I was really complacent. I don't want it to end, ever.